in the lead up to that race, the 47.5, what's some of the training you're doing? Like, you're renowned for somebody that closes like a madman. That second 50 is just incredible. So what are you doing specifically in 2016 to get that 47.5 performance?
Well, I'm a person that trains like a 200-meter freestyler, really, and I come down and race the 100. So I know that my back end's always going to be my strength. But I remember qualifying for the Olympic Games here in Adelaide. I was 48.00, second fastest, which was great because I qualified for the individual event, which we've been training for. And I remember sitting down with Bish probably the next day or within that next week and going, to make the final of the Olympic Games, we believe 47.5 will do it. And to do that, you're going to go out in 23.0 seconds, feet on wall, and you're going to come back in 24.5 seconds. So for me, every day in training, I was trying to hit that 24.5 seconds back end as much as I could so that my body just knew how to do it. But I train a lot aerobically. Like, I love the aerobic stuff. So for me, like, some of my favorite sessions would be like, an 800 where I'm getting my lactate up to 1.5, or I'm neg splitting that 800 in 400s, or I'm descending the 200s within that 800. Like, I love that stuff. That's my go-to. But I love mixing it with stuff. So it'd be like an 800 with maybe 450s at 200 pace on 60 and times that by 3 or 4. And that is my favorite session I could possibly do. Like, any stuff like that where it's just like a big mental grind, I love. I don't mind doing, 450s all out on couple of minutes or that sort of thing, but my favorite stuff is aerobic swimming.
Wow.
So I know I have that real belief and confidence in my back end, which really helped in Rio, because I knew that I like my best 50 freestyle time going into Rio was 22.1 seconds. So feet on wall, they say, is about 0.6 of a second, so that's 22.7. So for me, I had to go out in 23.0, so almost as fast as I could possibly go at that stage, and then I had to come home. So I had to train as hard as I could to be able to be as fit as I could to come home and have that belief in myself. But I remember I was obviously out in 23.1 and back in 24.4. So I almost hit the exact time. But I think for me, like, I did the heat of the 100 freestyle. My back end was 24.2, I think.
Ooh,
in the heat. I remember having Nathan Adrian next to me, and he almost missed. He ended up 16th after the heat, because he was we were pacing off each other almost, and I just went bang. And I just had this unbelievable belief after that. I remember like Cam McAvoy being, that's the fastest back end ever done by someone. I think Michael Phelps might have been a bit faster in a super suit potentially. So I just had this unbelievable belief after the heat that I could win. Like, I felt it was easy. It was an easy race. I'd gone under 48 for the first time. I was young, invincible, and it's just that belief and confidence just ran through me to the final. The final played out how I thought it was as well. Obviously, I had Santo Condorelli on my left.
Went out like a madman.
Madman. He was like a body length and a half in front of me at the turn. And I guess most people in that moment would get scared and start rating up and, trying to chase that guy who's so far ahead of you. But for me, it was all about staying calm and knowing that my back end is where my strength is. And there's nothing more satisfying than swimming over the top of these guys and seeing yourself catch them. And, that's been the talk of the Olympics since, is how I swam that race and how I did it. So it's been an incredible journey.
Incredible.